It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of good fortune must be in want of a wife. Jane Austen. Welcome again to another interesting edition of my monologue series. My name remains yours sincerely, Nina Oma. It is what marriage has taught me, and I'm so delighted to have you watch me again this week. How are you? How is your family? How is your husband? How is your wife? How are the kids? Possibly the family is doing okay, right? Thank God it's Friday. Welcome, welcome, and welcome again. I'm so happy that you're able to join me again this week. Today, the lesson I will be sharing with you is called dialogue. So marriage has taught me how to dialogue, how to, talk about things, how not to assume that my partner understands me or understands what is going on between us or understands my emotions at every point in time. Okay, now after a while, a husband and wife, they begin to understand each other, they begin to have that understanding. You know when he's angry, you know when she's sad, you know when she wants to talk about it, you know when she just wants to be on her own, and so on and so forth. But then again, none of us are omnipresent human beings. We're not mind readers. Okay, we don't have we don't understand every single thing going on in each other's lives. So we have our individual lives to live in as much as we are one now as a couple, right? So it is very important for us to talk about things that need to be talked about. It is very important for us to dialogue. It's very important for us to communicate. Communication cannot, you cannot do without communication in marriage or even in any serious relationship, okay? So dialoguing is very, very important. As a woman, as a man, do not just assume that, oh, he knows what got me angry, he knows what he did, she knows what she did, she should be apologizing, she should be sorry, she should come around, she should, have like that wake up call to understand that, the reason why I'm not happy is because he or she did something. No, I mean, you go to work, you have other, relationships with other people. You have your parents, you have your children, you have your friends. Anybody would have gotten you angry. So maybe if you are not smiling, I mean, your husband or your wife may assume that, okay, he or she is not in a good mood. Maybe somebody got him angry. Not necessarily them, okay? So what I'm saying is that the entirety of your life does not revolve around your partner. It does not revolve around your husband. It does not revolve around your wife. He or she is not the only human being attached to you or in a relationship with you or the person you are close to or the only person you interact with in the whole wide world. Okay, there are other people in the picture, so do not assume that when something goes wrong or maybe when you're not feeling it or you're sad or something, that he or she should understand that he's the reason why you're feeling this way or she's the reason why you're feeling this way. They are not superhuman beings. So the only way to communicate that feeling of sadness, of rejection, of any kind of emotion at all, the only way to communicate it is through dialogue. Talk about it, say it out. Don't carry it about and think that, okay, they assume they know what they did or they don't know what they did. Nobody is a mind reader, so talk about it. Look for a good time to talk about it. That's another angle to it. You don't talk about it when the tension is high, when the spirit is high, when everybody is just in the mood not to listen, or maybe when the atmosphere is very tense. No, look for a good time to talk about it. I mean, dialogue, you know yourselves, know when you're good, and when you're in a good place, talk about it and let it come out. Okay, those that need to be apologized about, they will apologize. If there's something to apologize about, the person who is at wrong or at fault will apologize, and then you move on. That's the way to cope in this marriage. So I've learned a lot about dialoguing. I've learned that it's good for you to talk about not just your problems. Sometimes you bring your thoughts, what you think, your intentions, what you think about a particular area. You can talk about it, you can discuss, you can tell stories, you can talk about things going on around you. Okay, dialoguing is good. It bonds you more. So it's not just I don't know any other kind of bonding that we all do as couples, but then it is a very powerful tool. The fact that you have somebody to talk about. Of course, you know that the first feature, the first characteristic, the first reason you're married is for companionship. So companionship goes with somebody to talk to things about, somebody, first person, I mean your partner should be the first person you can talk to about anything, should be like on a speed dial to talk about anything at all. There should be no restriction whatsoever. So call him up, call her up, talk about it with them, okay? Get it off your chest for once, and then move on. Okay, so that is a very powerful lesson in marriage. Dialoguing is good. I've learned not to assume that anybody knows anything about me that I haven't talked about the person. I've not talked to the person about. Okay, so I have learned to talk. I've learned to dialogue, I've learned to gist, I've learned to gossip, I've learned to, do all that. I mean, I don't know, it's the oil that keeps the marriage engine going, okay? So talk about it, dialogue with your husband, dialogue with your wife, and you'll have a beautiful, beautiful marriage relationship. Until I come your way next week, this is Nina Oma signing out and saying, please follow me on all social media handles at Nina Oma1. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Nina Oma1. The link is just beneath wherever you're seeing me from. Thank you so much for watching. Keep dialoguing, keep talking about things with your husband and your wife, and please keep working on your marriages. Until I see you again next week, God bless you.